My name is Kyle Easter with Jump15.com. In this video, we're talking about lower body injuries or ailments for jump ropers that are just starting out, or even if you've overdone it and you're just hurting a little bit. The most common things are going to be shin splints, calf soreness, and foot pain. So we're going to cover each one of those, what you can do to fix those and help that out. Let's dive in so you can learn how to solve some of these aches and pains. First off, let's address excessive calf soreness, or even maybe if you've strained your calf, how to treat that. What you will need here is a foam roller. I have an 18-inch high density black foam roller, which I also have some linked down below. But what you want to do is just lay that down and you're just going to roll out your calves. So you're going to start maybe on the outside portion of your calf, and it's a slow motion. You use your hands to pick up your body and to get your weight mostly onto your calves, and then just gradually move back and forth looking for the sore spots. And then if you do find a really sore spot, just pause, and then you can even roll your leg back and forth a little bit, finding that soreness until it kind of releases. And then you're going to continue moving all the way across to where your toes are now pointed straight up, and then pointing the toes in, getting the inside portion of the calf. This is going to help break up those muscle adhesions and help the blood flow come through for repair and get that lactic acid moving through if it's just soreness. And if it's a muscle strain, it's going to help smooth out that muscle so it can repair nicely and release that tightness that's going on. Option number 2 is a lacrosse ball. I love having a lacrosse ball in hand. It allows you to pinpoint sore areas with a lot more precision because it's smaller and it's really hard. So what you can do with that is same type of thing as this foam roller, is you're just going to start rolling your calf and looking for sore spots and then pausing on them, waiting for it to release a little bit, and then keep moving around and just continue to work your entire calf. And then if you need to do your other calf, do that as well. It doesn't have to be a really long session. Maybe just spend 10 minutes between the two calves to just get things loosened up and get yourself ready to roll. The other thing a lacrosse ball is really great for is if you're facing some kind of foot pain. Most commonly there among jump ropers is plantar fasciitis, or maybe other just like soreness in the bridge of your foot in the middle there. So what you can do is you can be seated while you're watching TV or just hanging out. Set the ball on the floor, and now you're just going to start rolling from the ball of your foot all the way back to your heel. So you're going to be going from this area, start on the outside of your foot, roll it all the way back to your heel area, and then come back forward. And just kind of make a few passes there, and then bring it to the middle, and then go back into the interior. Here's a couple toe stretches. If you feel like your toe ligaments are a little tight, then try these 2 stretches to help stretch out the top and then the bottom of the foot. So for the first one, crouch down, lower down with your toes still on the floor, and then you can just sit back onto your heels, stretching out your toes into the bottom of your foot. Don't stretch too hard because you don't want to overdo it. The next one is by standing up, you can now curl your toes under, pushing your knuckles of your feet down towards the floor to stretch out now the tops of your feet. And again, don't go too heavy on this because you don't want to overdo it and cause injury by overstretching. All right, let's talk shin splints. I'm going to cover some of my favorite stretches for the front of your shins, as well as how to use the lacrosse ball and ultimately icing. Here's a great stretch for the front of your shins by coming down onto your knees with your toes pointed straight back, so you're on the tops of your feet. Now you can just sit back onto your heels, and if that's providing plenty of a stretch, that should be good for now. But if you need a little bit more, then you can press your hands into the floor and lift up your legs, which is going to create more of a stretch along the front of your shins and stretch out those shin splints. So along the front of your shin, this is where the shin splint area where the pain typically occurs. So If you press on your shin, you're going to find the ridge of your shin bone, and there's a side out to the outside that really drops off quickly. So that's where the muscle is attaching, and that's where it can get stressed. So you can either just self-massage with your fingers along there, and you want to kind of really keep it relaxed, or you can grab your lacrosse ball and probably even use that while you're sitting up, or you can lay it down and you're going to find right along that ridge, and then again, roll it out. All right, here's another little exercise you can do to help work out the front of your shin and help strengthen that muscle a little bit and activate it. By using a TheraBand, this is typically what a physical therapist will help you use when you've had an injury. So it doesn't provide a lot of resistance, but it's going to provide some. But you want to step on that with with the shin that you want to work out, and then with your other foot, you step on it and push away. So now it's stretching your right foot down and going to provide the resistance of you pulling your foot back up, which is going to help activate the front of your shin. You want to do 15 to 20 reps, get a little burn going on, but you don't want to overdo it again because it's already kind of hurt if you have shin splints. But what this is going to do is help bring blood to the area, which is going to bring nutrients and promote healing. Last but not least, let's talk about icing. Old school methods were like taking a Ziploc baggie and filling it with ice cubes and then trying to get that to stay on your leg. But then, of course, as it sits there, all the ice tends to drape around your leg and it's not even icing the area that you wanted in the first place. So last time I was at my physical therapist, when I had an injury, I asked them, what kind of ice pack do you use? And they told me it's this Cold Pack Cold Therapy by Chattanooga. I got them linked below. This thing's awesome. I use the neck style one, neck and shoulders one, because that's what they suggested, because it kind of just works everywhere on your body very well. But what else you need is you don't want to be putting this straight on your skin because it's super cold. So I use a pillowcase. So you'll drop your ice pack in the pillowcase. You can wrap it around it if you need more shield from the cold. But then now you can just, because this thing is flexible, you can wrap it around your leg to fully get the injury from all directions. And then the other great use of a TheraBand is for icing. Because now you either have to hold this here or you can use your TheraBand to tie it in place. One other important thing to note when using these style cold packs is you don't fold it because it puts more stress on the seams, and don't put heavy pressure on them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos coming at you every week. If you are interested in any of these products that I've shown you today, I have them all linked down below in the description. You can go check them out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.